Hello everybody, how you guys doing? Right. All right, let me adjust my camera. All right. Wait. All right, I guess I look oops. All right, I guess I look better now. Right. All right. Okay guys, welcome back to our weekly market analysis. Yep. Hi guys. So we have now viewers from both YouTube and also Facebook. All right. Yes, Chen Ming. Hi. Okay, so thank you guys for joining me every week here, no matter rain or shine. All right, so it's good for you guys to join this session every week, so we can do a very quick recap on what we have discussed last week and what are the outcomes. All right, so let us start today's. Let us start the day with, as always, let us start with this euro dollar. Okay, so for this euro dollar, last week I was expecting that, not expecting. I last week market was in a very obvious sideways condition because we can see that the market is actually traveling between these two levels. That's why I can draw a box here. Yep, and if we zoom to the nearest market structure or the nearest market SNR, we somehow can see that this is actually a downtrend because this is a low and market made a new low and this became the lower high. And when market retested this lower high, market was not able to break through and create a new high. So meaning that the uptrend is not valid and the market is likely to head downwards. That's why we go for a sell trade on last week with a very safe take profit at the previous support area. So this week, market has broken the support area and we can see that the market is keep on heading downwards. So this week, for this euro dollar, we are only going to look for sell trade. All right, we are only to look for sell trade. Maybe market will be doing a very minor pullback. All right, maybe market will be doing a very minor pullback around here or here. So what we do is that we just wait for market to do the pullback and we look for at the second chance to go for the short trade. So this is for euro dollar. So for pound dollar, last week I gave an instant sell order when I was doing this analysis because of the reason that market is in a very obvious downtrend. Market could not break high and we can see that this is a double top being formed. So when market pull back to the double top area or the sideways area, we can go for our sell entry and this has a 1:2 risk and reward ratio. And this week, let me clear this. We can see very obvious this support level has now become the new resistance level. And if we check on the daily, market is in a very obvious downtrend. So this week we are still going to look for short trade for euro for this pound dollar. We are still going to look for a short trade. All right. So for Aussie dollar, last week we can draw an uptrend trend line here, and when this trend line is broken, market head downwards. All right. So on daily chart, we can see that this previous low was broken and market has now formed a new low. So meaning that the trend is no longer in an uptrend, but market has now turned into a downtrend. But market can go sideways. I don't know. We just trade on what we see on the market. So the same thing for Aussie dollar, we just wait market to do a pullback and only we look for a short trade. Very simple, very straightforward. So for the gold, last week I say that if this area was broken up, we can look for a buy trade. But if we look back on the previous structure or the market movement on last week, market actually did the other way around. All right, market was somewhere around here last week, 21st. So on Monday itself, market has already broke down here, and we should change our view to sell trade, no longer buy trade. All right, so let me clear this everything. And on daily chart, what we can see is that the nearest support is actually broken. This between 1913 to 1928. So the nearest support has actually been broken. All right. So if we look on the daily chart, the next support is actually here. It's about 1797, or I will just say 1800. It's about 1800. So if we count from the current price level, it's about 590 pips. It's about 600 pips movement. So what we can do is that we just wait patiently for market to retest this resistance level, because we always want to trade at the highest point or the lowest point. We do not want to trade somewhere at the middle. And there is a potential for the market to retest this area again. So any updates on this, I'm going to update in my Telegram premium channel. All right. So for Euro Yen, last week I was expecting market to retest here or to retest the previous top or the previous resistance zone, but market did not retest and market just went down. But on this H4 chart, what we can see is that market has actually become a sideways condition, or I can say that this is a consolidation. So whenever we have this kind of market movement, there are only two outcomes. It's either the market breakdown to continue the previous trend, which is the downtrend, or market break up again to retest the previous support or previous resistance. So what we do is that if market break down or if market break out of this sideways structure, we just wait for a sell here. All right. So if market did not break out previous structure but break down instead, we just wait for the pullback and we go for another sell trade. All right. Do not go for a buy trade because we don't have any buy confirmation here. All right. No matter you are on a daily chart or you're on a H4 chart, there is still no buy confirmation. All right, very straightforward, very simple. And on this pound yen, so on the pound yen structure is a bit, not to say a bit, the pound yen structure is almost similar to what we can see on the pound dollar structure. So last week, this was a breakout and retest, and I'm calling for a short signal during my Sunday analysis, and this hit take profit as well with a ratio of 1:2. So this week, what we are focusing on is we are expecting the market to do a further pullback because we can start to see the lower highs are being formed on the H4 chart. And on daily chart, the nearest market structure is at here. So if you go to H4, it's about where we had on last week. So what we do is that we just wait patiently for market to retest this area and we wait for another short signal. All right. So let us have a look on this Aussie yen. So for Aussie yen, very obvious, still in the downtrend. All right. But if we look on the daily chart, I would expect market to do some minor pullback or some minor retracement and continue the downtrend. So on H4, what we wait, I'm not advising you to sell here because the price is quite low, right? Unless this previous low was broken, market pullback, and then only from here, only we do our short trade, all right? Else, we just wait for market to do a further pullback a further pullback. And from here, only we go for the short trade. All right. So for USD Canadian pair, so obviously this pair is in an uptrend. So on daily, if we focus at here, this is a very obvious uptrend. We can see that this is a very obvious uptrend. But if you look at the overall structure, what we can see or what we should take note is that market is now somewhere around here. So this area was previously a support and turns into a resistance, and now market is retesting this area. So market might form a double top. So this is outcome number 1. So this is the outcome number 1. So the outcome number 2 is that this double top formation was not valid and market continued to break higher and only pull back, and we just go for our buy trade. So this is outcome number 2. So what we do is that we just wait patiently. But if we look at the overall USD, how do I say? If you look at the overall USD movement, the US dollar is likely to get strengthened. So if we're following the trend, which is an uptrend, outcome 2 is more likely to happen compared to outcome number 1. All right, so we just wait for market to give us a very, very good signal here. All right, so the last pair for today, let us have a look on this pound Canadian. All right, I'm actually watching this pair for last week. Why? Because I see on H4 there is a very good potential for us to trade. So market already formed a resistance level here. All right, so I'm waiting market to actually retest this level. If you go to H1, I'm actually waiting for market to retest this level. And if market fails to break above, we can actually go for a short trade. So this is for the pound Canadian, because market is going to retest again the previous low at here. So this is about 240 pips movement. So these are the pair that I'm going to have in my watch list for this week. And something I want to share with you guys is that, all right, so if you can see that on last week, our premium channel, we are actually having 100% win rate. So for last week, so hopefully that this week we can do better. And of course, for those who have followed all our signals, congratulations. All right, so we actually open this premium channel for you guys to join for free, but with certain terms and conditions. So if you want to join this, channel, please drop us a message on Facebook or Instagram or even Telegram. If you have our Telegram, if you have Telegram, you can just drop us a message on Telegram, or you can just drop us a message on Facebook, and we are going to share with you how can you join our channel for free. All right. So this is something I want to share with you guys, because I believe that by sharing some signals or further analysis in my premium channel, you guys can, not to say earn some money, you guys can gain some new idea about this trading. Okay, so thank you for having me tonight. So anything, you can just stay tuned on our Facebook page and also our Telegram channel. All right, so see you guys on next week. Goodbye.